All right, now we're going to talk about blocking your body filler out. It's already had body filler applied. Dent's been repaired, body filler applied. And now we've got blocks come in different sizes. Generally, you want to use the biggest block that you can, you know, depending on the size of the dent. Smaller dent, that of course would be probably too much there. So you can use a smaller block. But the bigger block you use, the more level your body filler is going to be. Got different grades of sandpaper. Generally, you're going to start out with something like 36 to rough it out. That'll sand it real fast. Again, on a smaller dent, that's a little bit of overkill. Probably just start with 80. But a considerable, you know, a pretty good sized dent, start with 36. And then you can move to 80 grit, which will eliminate your 36 grit scratches. It's a finer. And then before you prime, you'll finish it out with 150. So I'm going to start out with 80 grit on this one. One of the biggest mistakes whenever sanding body filler is you sand too much, undercut it, and you basically sand filler back out of the imperfections that is left behind. So you don't want to over sand it. But when you're sanding, you want to be sure and cross sand. You don't want to go one direction the whole time, or it may get in a pattern of following a certain contour and then have a wave in it. And also on your edges, that helps feather edge your edges in by cross sanding. So be sure and go all directions when you're sanding. You always want to keep your block level and flat also. If you see there is a spot, there's a little bit of low, you never want to try to sand that spot out of there. I mean, I've seen it to where you're trying to get it smooth and that's what you're thinking, I want it smooth and there's a spot there, let me sand that out. You want that spot to indicate itself to you. So always keep the block flat. Notice I'm cross-sanding, going back and forth different ways. You can see before I even feel at this edge, I still have an edge here. You want all your edges to kind of feather into the metal. You want them to feather into the metal where the body filler gradually fades into the metal. You don't want no definite edges like right here. That needs to be sanded out. So. Kind of concentrating more on this edge right now because that's good back here. This edge right here. And I'm gonna make that feather, that gradual edge by cross sanding. So when I get it just about to where I want, I even kind of sand lighter too. We've got an edge here from the paint, and we'll have to feather edge that, which we'll talk about that later. But right now, it feels good. I think it feels level and everything. So now I'm going to stop sanding with my 80, and I'm going to switch to 150. But before I do, I'll put just a little bit of guide coat on there. And what it's going to do is just to indicate any lows or scratches that may be left behind. You just want to put just a light dust coat on. This would be the step here if you did have some imperfections or a low area that was not filled. This is when you'd go ahead and apply some more body filler to it a second time. So now I'm going to continue doing my cross sanding. See how it kind of indicates where some of the scratches are? We want to get those out, but once those are out, that's good enough, or we're going to start undercutting. So. Now what we will do is we'll get a DA with some 150 and we'll feather edge this edge where you don't feel that edge there. But you got to be careful not to hit the DA on your body filler or else you'll undercut your body filler. And we'll feather that out and then it'll be ready for primer.
Are you going to use fillets?